just a little school girl. I'm so excited. Oh boy. I don't know if I want to graduate to the big, wide reality world, practice my little kung fu boxing, make this a TikTok dance, or just stay in school. I don't want to stay in school. Let me out of here. Out of the way.
Reporting for duty, Commander. Fight for the Empire! All right, man.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. Still right this time. It's Friday and it's chore day and gosh, tired. I stayed up late. Oh boy. I was editing the Shakespeare on Sunday Zoom read of Henry IV, Part 1, which is in 3 parts, and I did Part 2. So go watch that. Yay. It's all right. It's pretty good. That's Falstaff, the character in it. There's a breath from medical appointments. I'm going to have mine coming up next month, which is real soon. Memorial Day is this weekend, and there shall be no school on Memorial Day. And the tragedy continues in Texas, where kids are saying, I'm kind of afraid to go to school. Quote, having trouble sometimes at night sleeping. Quote, and I smeared blood all over myself and pretended I was dead. Quote, I mean, a little girl spread blood on herself and pretended she was dead. I'm just like going, you go, girl. Man, jeez. It's just something I would do. It's like, don't hit me. Because that's just, to be in that situation as a kid, oh, man. And there is sort of like developing news upon that, aside from a lot of the grieving, which is being aired, which they should do more than the big debate on whether it's gun control or mental illness, because it's a little combo of both. That guy was cuckoo already. It's like video games didn't make him that way. There's something happening with that person with the red flag stuff, and there's many people out there with these red flags that have guns in their paws, and people can't do anything about it. I heard this thing on the radio where this guy was like severely not all together, and he hated his brother who was in an elementary school just down the road, and this guy was armed to the teeth, and it was like the mother's like, I can't do anything about it. And nothing. There's like no recourse to do anything about it, except for one, which is really the don't let them have guns in their hands or so easily obtainable. And that's a whole Congress thing. And you know what happens when we talked about Congress. And there's an NRA convention starting today. What? But here's the real thing about that. You know that hour delay before they actually went into the school and the timeline they prepared to make sure everyone knew what they were doing? That's some cope. Well, it goes like this. According to the Texas officers, is that after the 911 call, they were there. The door was propped open by a teacher, so now that's not scapegoat stuff. The guy crashed into a car and started shooting at the school before crossing the lawn to enter the school. So there was 911 calls made before the guy got into the building and things like that. But when the police arrived in force and everyone was there, after a bit, parents are going, give me a gun, I'll go in there, give me a gun, I'll go in there and take care of this, because they stayed outside a lot. Well, actually, there was a team inside of, well, not really a team, I guess, but there was a number of officers inside but stayed outside the classroom. And the reason all of this delay, which they say is an hour, but the timeline makes it look like it was a half an hour. I don't know. The timeline's so precise, it's confusing, one of those things. But the reason the delay is because the on-call site by whoever is in charge on call on the site during that time said,
"We have a barricade situation. Barricade situation."
So basically, they were setting up as if the gunman was alone inside a classroom. But he wasn't. There was kids, and he started shooting. So while they waited, the kids are being shot. And they were waiting for the arrival of a tactical squad, which is basically SWAT team. They wanted the SWAT team to show up and then do that SWAT team entrance for the guy inside barricaded. But obviously that was a mistake call, and they should have just rushed in. They call that active shooter. If it was active shooter, anybody, as far as officers, wanted the gun, get in there. You know, anyone could just do something immediately if it was, quote, active shooter, but it wasn't that designation. And that's why the delay. Not active shooter, it was
Barricade shooter designation.
so somebody made the wrong call, and that's bad. And also, there was no lockdown. There were shots fired across the street. Car crash, shots fired. They should have done a lockdown. Kids were like,
Hey, we practiced lockdown since kindergarten.
lockdown for shooters since kindergarten? I never remember that. I remember earthquakes and, you know, they had the atomic bomb drill. Duck and cover under your desk because they're dropping bombs. Anyways, so, oh gosh, let's look at the news a little bit. Helps if you have it already up. Okay, so here's the front page. Yeah, the grieving continues. Oh gosh. And of course, don't forget Ukraine. Jeez. Ugh. Anyways, look at this. Visitors to islands near pre-COVID levels. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, that's good news. Yay! Leisure travelers take advantage of major seat increases from airlines to fuel Hawaii's recovery. Hawaii's not economy, recovery. Hawaii's recovery. The tourist industry has recovered, and the numbers are pre-COVID levels. Oh my gosh, which means, you know, just in time for, what do we have? With the Omicron nowadays, they figure about 1,000 cases a week are counted, which they figure in reality is 5,000 to 6,000 cases. In Hawaii, 5,000 to 6,000 cases of this new COVID, the new Omicron XYZ, 5,000 to 6,000 cases a week. Welcome, tourists. What got you now? Oh boy. Yay! What else is going on in here? They're having an art thing. Lahaina Noon Muse that's at the Sky Gate. Lahaina Moon. Oh gosh, was that like? Oh, that's when the Lahaina Moon. The sun goes overhead at noon, and you have no shadow. Ooh, Lahaina Moon Noon. Lahaina Noon, not Moon. Noon. Oh, they got another guy. The survey details ills from navies. My God, it's like the apocalypse happening around us. And oh, Hawaii won baseball. Okay. Oh man, there's so much stuff. Well, you know, every once in a while we gotta say bye-bye to Ray Liotta. If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams, that was that guy. And also Goodfellas. You know, back in the day, 1951, when you just get your gourds and pull the string and it goes, Mama. You pull the string again, it goes, knock down. And just relaxing time with the this is Kamohai Kahaulelio displays the ulili, an ancient Hawaiian percussion instrument comprised of a coconut shell, 2 gourds, rattles on a stick, which you will use during the performance of the Lost Arts of Hawaii. So coconuts with a rattle inside, you know, the kind. Hey, it's really soothing sound. Blood pressure go down, everything. Oh, what else is going on? How about just a quickie look at what do people think with the headlines, eh? What are people's opinions? Oh, look. 2022. One day, this will all be yours. Exactly. What? One day, this will all, welcome to graduation. Legislature acts foolishly on convention center. Nah. Greed motivates those who sell firearms. Yeah. Hello. Ala Moana Bridge unnecessary for area. Homeless presence overwhelms residents. Celebrate the diversity of lives we share. Use election to set terms limits. True indigenous peoples forced aside by others. Oh my gosh, there's so many problems. What shall we look at? Greed? Indigenous people forced to... Oh. Okay, let's look at true indigenous people. That looks dumb. Okay, we know the bridge is on this. Oh. True indigenous people forced aside by others. Apparently, many white American immigrants Not white American immigrants? Who they? they're fleeing their war-torn countries, now consider themselves to be indigenous, while authentic indigenous people, including native Hawaiians, have been pawns on a political chessboard. They will not replace us, must have been the cry from all indigenous peoples who have now been replaced by those who call themselves we. They have won. We, have forcefully replaced indigenous people worldwide, if not numerically, then by political and military force. If we call ourselves a country of democracy, who are we? Jeff Bigler, Wailuku. You just wrote that. You just wrote this with a pun on words. This we, the people, and they, and us, and that's terrible. I want to end on that. That's terrible. Who's the white immigrant? What is he talking about? You go to the border in El Paso, white immigrant. Well, that's what I don't know. They got the little thing, check mark, white. You check out white, and it's like Hispanic or non-Hispanic. It's like a subcategory. What? Hispanic? I don't get it. Anyways, the Ala Moana Bridge is unnecessary for area. Regarding the pedestrian overpass that is going to be built across the American Ala Moana Boulevard. Oh, Boulevard, site article 8, May 25. I agree with the writers. I don't think it is necessary. I live in the area and don't see many people crossing to and from the beach park. The stoplights are adequate. The funds could be used better to fix the roads around Kaka'ako. Nivi Ilizaga. Okay. You know what? I tell you what. I've been reading some stuff about Kaka'ako. Look at this little pamphlet that was in the waiting room. Towering achievement. Oh, look. Built the last in the building. Kaka'ako. And then, there's another gonna be building. More buildings in Kaka'ako. This is, I didn't steal this. There's for free. There's a whole stack of them. They're promoting Kaka'ako. It's the place to be. Anyways. Pre-COVID levels. Anyways, it's Friday. Gotta get. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out the Shakespeare. Falstaff. Anyways, aloha. Take a fresh aloha. Fresh water. Fresh the sun come up over the thing over there. Oh, watch out. Don't look at it too far. Oh, fresh water, I think. Fresh air? Yeah, I guess. Fresh aloha. Fresh day. Oh, gosh. Aloha already. Bye. Aloha.